Hey guys, we will get into the Gears of War, but just want to say as an update, first day I'm out in like a month. Been literally bedridden with the worst flu going. I've had amoxicillin for a week, that did nothing. Now I think I'm on doxycyllin. Um, I've had 2 days of that, well, 1.5 days. I'm starting to feel a bit better, so hopefully that works. So I've just dragged myself out. If you're in the UK, it's so hot. It's unbelievably hot. And if you're not from the UK and you look at the UK temperatures and go, it's not hot, trust me, it's hot. It's totally different UK heat. If you know, you know. But I've obviously seen a lot of videos on Reloaded. I've now watched a lot of Reloaded, and I've seen streams, and I've seen different viewpoints. I've seen this guy called Snubs. If you've ever seen him, he's called Snubs or something on TikTok. I've been watching him when I've been bored in bed at night, and he's been talking about the game. And I saw a really, really good Reddit feedback thread, which is rare. And the guy actually got told off for being negative, and basically was told, well, it's just for PlayStation players. It's just to get PlayStation players in. So it doesn't really matter if it's not that great or whatever, because it's just for PlayStation players to experience it and make the game bigger. Well, if that's the case, why don't you give it to PC and Xbox for free then? Because they're selling it. It's 50 quid on Steam, so let's not pretend like you can't judge a product that's 50 quid. Anyway, the point is, from my perspective, I've been watching people play and stream it, right? And I genuinely cannot see the difference between UE Ultimate Edition and this game. If the kill feed had a black box around it, I genuinely wouldn't know if someone was playing UE um or Reloaded. I just wouldn't know. That's how I really don't feel like the visuals, to me at least, aren't that much better than what I've played maxed out on my PC in the past. Um, the thing is, when we talk about gameplay, I could be a massive nerd, right? And I could say all the things that are missing. But I made this video, I'm pretty sure, when Ultimate Edition released. There's probably one video on my channel about it. And I tried to play Ultimate Edition, and the PC app didn't work. The PC app is still terrible. Mouse sensitivity is terrible. The slider thing just doesn't work on the beta. Sensitivities have changed. It's no longer low, medium, high. It's now 0 to 30. That feels different and looks different. The whole game is based around a set sensitivity, so I'm going to say it as well. I'm a PC player. Even being able to spin around immediately changes the whole dynamic of Gears 1. Doesn't. Yes, you could play it on PC originally, and I did, but it was very different then. People weren't doing what they were doing now, and just being able to have massive high sense is just strange. I talk about mechanics that are in the game and missing. You can't host ranked matches with set round duration, so there's no community feel. You used to know people. You used to be like, oh, that's a guy that hosts 15 for Mansion, and he always hosts Mansion. And you'd always know the Mansion lobby was available, and if you got bored, you could jump onto the 19-2 Raven down. And if you came across particularly sweaty players that you didn't like, and you were like, these guys just Lancer, or these guys stack up, which, by the way, never happened in Gears 1, but, you know, um, if it did, you could just say, I'm not starting the game, bro, till you swap teams or leave. So you could do a bit of self-moderation. That's not really the case anymore. Um, so, like, the whole self-moderation thing is gone. Totally gone. When we talk about mechanics, the Lancer is totally different. I don't care what people say, that Lancer is not the Gears 1 Lancer. And why do I bring these up, right? Why am I bringing it up? I'm bringing it up because, let's be honest, and I'm a Gears 1 fan, Gears 1 is a terrible game. I'll hold my hands up, and you can hear it out my mouth. Gears of War 1 is a terrible game. In the sense of, the shotgun's spongy, it's mad confusing, glitches, there's things going on, but it's kind of like bunny hopping in old Counter-Strike. It exists, you keep it there. So when you remaster a game, changing it is very, very weird. What do I mean by that? Well, camera shots were a thing in Gears 1 because it came out of the center of your screen, meaning if I stood in front of you and you were stood directly behind me, I could headshot you. Now that sounds stupid, and if it was to be released today as a brand new modern game, it would be fixed instantly. But that was an actual feature of the game. An actual feature, like you could be running past somebody, notice they were behind you, look up to the sky, backpack them, and then carry on for your clutch. These were things that were actually important in the game. Curb stomping, giving invincibility. You're in a 2v1 clutch, you're red, you manage to get the guy down, and you curb stomp him. You hope the guy mistimes his shot when you come out the animation, and then you can kill him. That doesn't exist. Should invincibility be in a game? No. But it was in the game, and it was important. Active downs were important. These types of things were in the game, and they've been removed. So my point is, why am I bringing them up? Because who is the game for? If the game is for a brand new modern player, then Gears of War 1 isn't interesting, fun, or unique, and therefore it's not very good. If it's for the OG remake and the OG players, then this isn't the OG version. And if it's for PlayStation players, I'm still of the opinion that in the beta at least, they should have sectioned off the PlayStation players, so the PlayStation players could actually learn the game and play the game, and not have to deal with Xbox and PC sweats that have played a game for 20 years. PlayStation players would have much more fun if they were all playing each other and kind of been noobish and struggling and having long extended fights, people missing bullets, people noob rolling. It's not fun to sign into a beta and get smashed, and I think TC should have absolutely kept PlayStation players, at least for the beta, on their own section. And I know the whole thing is crossplay, but trust me, I think it would have gone a lot better. When you're lancering or sniping, you can't crouch up and down. So you used to be able to say there was a piece of cover, like this was your piece of cover, you used to be able to crouch up and down over the cover, and then as you popped up, you could snipe them. Now, you can't pop up and down, so that's gone. That's a massive feature of the game, lancering and everything. So they've removed backpacking, and they've changed it to totally center screen without backpacking, but they've also removed barrel stuffing in a way. So people don't think barrel shooting was in Gears 1. It was. Don't believe me? Make the center of your screen miss a guy, but put the barrel of the sniper in the guy's head. You'll kill him. It was a janky ass game. Now, they were correct to fix things like getting stuck to the wall. Absolutely. They're correct to fix a crab walk or a kung fu flip. Absolutely. But, you know, they've changed a load of mechanics. They've added spotting into the game. That totally changes the dynamic of execution. You know, being able to look around on cameras changes the dynamic. And again, why am I bringing it up? Because what is the game? Are you doing a remake / remaster? Or are you making a new game? Because you've changed a ton of mechanics. And they all add up. You know, it all matters. All the little mechanics add up to make the game feel like the game. Like I say, it's like remaking CS 1.6 and removing some features to modernize them. Yeah, but that's what 1.6 was. So it's not a faithful remake to the original. It's not. You've got big, bulky characters. You've got Cantuses running around. And you might say, oh, well, they're just characters, bro. You know, well, the whole idea was you're remastering the original. We didn't have weapon skins. We had set characters, and you might not have liked that. You might have found that boring, but that is the original, okay? I'm not going to bang on about skins and characters because that's not really important, but you get my point. I don't think TDM suits the game. The game was not built for TDM. TDM gridlock, TDM having a PlayStation player trapped in a gridlock spawn where there's one spawn isn't fun. Having spawn protection that still in 2025 has no visual indicator. I remember saying this on TDM's release or a game mode that had spawn protection. I said the characters should glow. They can't shoot whilst they're glowing, but the moment they do shoot, the glow breaks. So somebody can't run up to you whilst invincible and kill you. You know, I think the games, like, if you get the product for free and you want to hop on and play a few multiplayer games, it's fine. But it is a nostalgia grab, and it's a nostalgia grab, but they've changed it, so it's just very strange. Again, are you telling me Annex couldn't have been in the game? Oh well, King of the Hill's better. Yeah, but Annex was the original mode. Oh well, people didn't play Annex. Yeah, you know why? Because people played Execution with no game chat, no voice chat. There wasn't party chat. Party chat didn't exist. So when you died, the game went quiet. So I'm not here to hate on the game. I think I've watched it and I've looked at it and I think I could have some fun, and I think I could enjoy it. But been stuck on the original. What do you want to call it? Been stuck on the original broken PC app, having to have a Microsoft account and all this stuff. It just doesn't excite me. It's a strange game. Let me know how you have enjoyed the beta.